The Ideal Educational System, presented by SInJoEl. Today, we are giving you a little insight in our minister's new idea for our educational system. So let me welcome you to our little city, SInJoEl. This city has seen some incredible changes in the last few years. People from various countries have recently made the city SInJoEl their home. This is why our Minister of Education decided to try out his new and innovative educational ideas here. So let's have a look at our students in the city of SInJoEl and what they do on a regular school day. Here comes TUM. TUM is a scientific explorer. He likes everything about physics, chemistry, and biology. Also, he enjoys looking at the universe through his telescope. Look, he is waving to Jan. Jan goes to the same school, but unlike TUM, she loves arts and music. They are going to school right now. This is the IPCS school. Sounds great, but what on earth does IPCS mean? IPCS stands for Integrated Project Community Schooling. That sounds really interesting. But what does it mean? I think you will have a better understanding soon. But first of all, let's have a look at the two guys who had a wonderful idea about learning, Piaget and Vygotsky. Piaget was a psychologist who believes that the cognitive development of the child is related to active experiences and social interactions. In other words, the knowledge that children construct requires them to interact with objects and people. When a child manipulates objects, he or she can assimilate all of his or her experiences to change his or her ideas. Children exchange ideas with each other's or with their teachers or parents. In doing that, they develop new ideas and concepts that could be related with their physical experiences or social concepts. In other words, accommodation. For example, the concept of honesty is a rather abstract idea. The other guy, Vygotsky, introduced the concept of the zone of proximal development. He believes that as educators, we have to give children experiences that are within their zones of proximal development by encouraging and advancing their individual learning. In this zone, there is basically everything they can do with guidance. And guidance does not only mean the teacher. There are a lot more people who can help you. Your parents, siblings, friends. In other words, the community as a whole. Now, let's go back to Jan and Tom. Today, they are very excited because they are going to have fun working in a project. It will be about Canada. But first, there are a few more friends from House Green they want to greet. Do you all know about House Green? IPCS school has 4 different houses: red, blue, yellow, and green. Each student is part of one of the houses. They are like a big family. Let's stop here and explain it a little bit more in detail. Our school divides each class in 4 groups. Right from grade 5 to grade 10, the children are a part of these houses. The members of these houses help each other in various aspects of their schooling, like sports, competitions, or the projects like we are having today. At the end of the academic year, the house, which has shown outstanding performance, is awarded. Tom and Jan want to get this year's award for House Green. Maybe the project on Canada can help. Since Tom loves science, he first wants to look at the Canadian wildlife. The grizzly bear is really interesting. Jan, on the other side, is fascinated by the 3D perspective and decides to build a 3D model of the Canadian mountains, the Rocky Mountains. They both start working, but it is not going as planned. Look at Tom. He wants to label a sketch of a grizzly bear with the biological right terms. Do you see his problem? Yes, this is his sketch of a grizzly bear, and no, it is not a bowl of cookie dough. And look at Jan. She just can't make the rocks stay in their positions. They keep tumbling down. And now remember one of the 2 guys we were talking about before, who mentioned something about guidance. Well, there is something that will help Tom and Jan, and it has a lot to do with the theory of community of practice by LaVey and Wenger. The what? No problem. I will explain it to you. A community of practice is a group of people who are learning together about a specific topic. They share a passion for something that they do together, and they try to improve their knowledge or skills of that domain. The general idea is to become an active member of the community through collective work guided by the old-timers or experts. The effectiveness of the circulation of the information among peers suggests that engaging in practice, rather than being its object, may well be a condition for the effectiveness of learning. So, what are our 2 students doing now? Jan decides to find some better rocks to build the Rocky Mountains. Tom gets a new paper for another attempt to draw a grizzly bear sketch. See, they are starting to talk to each other. It starts looking very enthusiastic. And now they separate again. But wait, what is that? Tom comes back with a bowl with a gray powder in it. Now he adds some water and mixes the dirt together. This is genius! He made Jan a bowl of cement. Now her rocks won't tumble down anymore. Look at the big smile both are having. And guess what? After that, Jan is helping Tom with his drawing. Now it really looks like a grizzly bear. This project on Canada seems to be really important to everyone. And I think that has something to do with the learning strategy they like the most at IPCS school. So let's have a closer look at it. The project-based learning is a strategy that allows students to learn by doing and applying ideas. Basically, they play the role of adult professionals and engage in real-world activities. In a project-based environment, the students are guided by driving questions that teachers propose to be solved. they interact with specific materials and technology, looking to nurture their interest in the topic. The project-based learning promises to reduce or eliminate students' boredom from the classroom. So, this might be the reason why Tom and Jan are in such a good mood today. Look, there is a teacher talking to Tom. What does she want from him? Oh, she is just asking if her tip from yesterday about the in Canada working researcher was useful. And Tom tells her, all excited, that the professor of aerospace studies at the Toronto University really works on some interesting topics, like making the climate change less affected by the aviation sector. By the way it looks, Tom's teacher really knows how to help him. And to who is Jan talking right now? This looks like the new student. His name is Ali. But how are they communicating right now? Because Ali is not only a new student to IPCS school, but also new in our country and does not speak our language yet. So why is he in IPCS school? We, at IPCS school, think that education plays a fundamental role in the integration of refugees to the society. The building of new relationships and forming of new social links finds in the school the most important common place. Currently, the challenge is to effectively fill the gap between cultural differences and generate spaces of tolerance and social cohabitation. Multicultural ensembles allow us to reduce dogmatic positions and accept the differences, whether they have a racial, ethnic, religious, sexual, or even a physical or cognitive background. And no wonder that Jan and Ali do understand each other very well. They both like music and are trying to sing the Canadian anthem together. But time really flies in this school. The teacher is just telling the students not to forget about tomorrow's student meeting for planning the Canada presentation in front of the whole IPCS school. And then, this school day is already over. Tom, Jan, and Ali are packing their things together and cannot wait till tomorrow for another day at IPCS school.